Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another thrilling episode of Four-Year Starters Daily Lineup. I'm your host, bringing you the latest and greatest news from the world of sports. Today is Monday, August 7th, and boy, do we have a lineup of stories that will leave you on the edge of your seat. But before we dive into the action, here's a fun fact to kick off our show. On this day in 1959, the iconic Major League Baseball player and home run legend Ted Williams officially retired from the sport. Known as the Splendid Splinter, Williams left an everlasting impact on the diamond, and his retirement marked the end of an era in baseball. Now let's get back to our lineup of stories. We start off with a heartbreaking defeat for our beloved U.S. women's national team in the Women's World Cup. In a penalty shootout loss to Sweden, our fierce competitors faced disappointment like never before. We'll analyze the game, break down the key moments, and discuss the implications this loss has on the future success of the USWNT. Will this setback lead to a stronger comeback? Only time will tell. Speaking of future success, our second story puts the spotlight on the USWNT's early exit from the Women's World Cup. This unexpected turn of events has raised numerous questions about the team's strategies, player selection, and overall preparation. We'll delve into these queries, dissect the team's performance, and explore what steps need to be taken for the USWNT to reclaim their spot at the top of the soccer world. So, sports fans, grab your headphones and get ready for an action-packed episode. We'll bring you all the highs and lows, the triumphs and tribulations, and the gritty details from the world of sports. Stay tuned for more exciting updates on Four-Year Starters Daily Lineup. Transition. Ladies and gentlemen, sports fanatics, and all those who appreciate the thrill of competition, welcome to another jam-packed episode of Sports Blitz. I'm your host, bringing you the latest headlines that will make your heart race and your adrenaline pump. So without further ado, let's dive right into the action. Headline 1. Justin Thomas narrowly misses the top 70 in the FedEx Cup standings after an impressive performance at the Wyndham Championship. In a nail-biting race towards the finish line, Justin Thomas left it all on the golf course at the Wyndham Championship. With a performance that had spectators on the edge of their seats, Thomas showcased his unrivaled skill and determination. However, despite his valiant effort, he narrowly missed securing a spot in the top 70 of the FedEx Cup standings. Oh, the agony of inches. Headline 2. A hostile altercation between Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez during a White Sox vs. Guardians game resulted in a 15-minute brawl, ejections, and a powerful punch from Ramirez. It was a clash for the ages, my friends, as Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez engaged in a battle of wills on the diamond. Emotions ran high, tensions reached their boiling point, and chaos ensued. The clash erupted into a 15-minute brawl that left the crowd in awe and the umpires with their hands full. And oh my, did Ramirez deliver a powerful punch that left us all gasping for breath. Headline 3. Dallas Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons takes on the role of mentor while striving to dominate on the field, but faces criticism for his lack of discipline in practice. In the realm of football, there's no shortage of talent and ambition, and Dallas Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons embodies both of these qualities. As he strives for greatness on the field, he also takes on the noble role of mentor, guiding his teammates towards victory. However, amid all the glory, some critics have raised concerns about his discipline during practice. Will he silence the naysayers and continue to dominate? Only time will tell, folks. End of segment. End. In a heartbreaking turn of events, the United States women's national team, USWNT, was knocked out of the Women's World Cup in a penalty shootout against Sweden. The match, which ended in a scoreless draw after 120 minutes, saw the USWNT fall short in their bid for a third consecutive title. The penalty shootout was filled with drama and emotions as both teams made their initial penalties. However, the tide turned when Natalie Bjorn and Megan Rapinoe missed their shots, followed by USWNT goalkeeper Alyssa Naher saving Rebecca Blomqvist's attempt. The pressure mounted as Sophia Smith missed the net entirely, giving Sweden the chance to win. Hannah Bennison successfully converted her penalty, but the unexpected move came when Naher, the U.S. goalkeeper, took a penalty and scored. The tension reached its peak when Kelly O'Hara hit the post with her shot, allowing Lena Hurtig to secure Sweden's victory. The defeat marks the earliest exit for the USWNT in the history of the Women's World Cup. Despite their dominance in previous tournaments, the USWNT struggled to find their rhythm in this competition, winning only one game in the group stage. Sweden goalkeeper Zasira Musovic made a series of impressive saves to keep the game goalless and force it into extra time. Coach Vlatko Andonovski expressed his pride in the team's performance, acknowledging the criticism they faced throughout the tournament. He commended their grit, resilience, and fight, stating that they had done everything possible to win the game. Unfortunately, in the unpredictable world of soccer, even the best efforts can fall short. The USWNT's disappointment in this defeat is heightened by their previous loss in a penalty shootout against Japan in the 2011 Women's World Cup final. With 4 World Cup titles overall, this defeat marks a disappointing end to their campaign. Despite the heartbreak, the USWNT can take pride in their achievements and the positive impact they have had on the growth of women's soccer. The players, including veteran Megan Rapinoe, expressed their emotions and disappointment after the game. Rapinoe described the loss as a dark comedy and highlighted the cruel nature of the game. She emphasized her gratitude for the opportunity to represent her country and play alongside her teammates. In the end, the USWNT's journey in the Women's World Cup may have ended sooner than expected, but their legacy and impact on the sport will continue to inspire future generations. It is a reminder that in the world of sports, success and defeat often go hand in hand, but the spirit and determination of the athletes shine through. The U.S. Women's National Team, USWNT, experienced a devastating loss in the round of 16 at the Women's World Cup, marking their earliest exit in a major tournament ever. The emotions were evident as the players walked through the mixed zone, with some crying and others looking crestfallen. The disappointment was palpable, leaving fans and reporters questioning what went wrong. One of the major issues that plagued the USWNT throughout the tournament was their inability to find the back of the net. This problem was evident in their match against Sweden, where they failed to score a goal throughout 120 minutes of play. Despite dominating the game and creating more chances than Sweden, the USWNT couldn't convert those opportunities into goals. This lack of finishing ultimately cost them the victory. The struggles for the USWNT extended beyond the match against Sweden. In the group stage, they managed only 1 win and 2 draws, earning their worst ever 5 points in a World Cup group stage. This meant that they couldn't top their group and were pitted against Sweden in the round of 16 instead of facing an easier opponent. The team's poor performance in the group stage raised concerns about their consistency and ability to perform at a high level. Manager Vlatko Andonovski made tactical adjustments, including switching the central midfield to a double pivot, in an attempt to improve the team's performance. However, these changes were not enough to turn the tide in their favor. Despite their efforts, the USWNT couldn't find the breakthrough they desperately needed. Now, the USWNT faces the task of regrouping and analyzing what went wrong before the upcoming Olympics. The disappointment of this early exit will undoubtedly fuel their determination to bounce back and reclaim their position as one of the top women's national teams in the world. They must address their struggles with finishing and work on improving their consistency to ensure future success. In conclusion, the USWNT's early exit at the Women's World Cup raises questions about their future success. Their struggles with finishing and consistency were evident throughout the tournament, ultimately leading to their downfall. However, the team must use this disappointment as motivation to regroup, analyze their performance, and make the necessary improvements before the upcoming Olympics. upbeat music playing. Host. And that's the final buzzer, folks. We've reached the end of another exhilarating episode of 4-Year Starter. I'm your host, and I must say what a game it's been. Co-host. Absolutely, my friend. We've had some intense plays, jaw-dropping moments, and insightful analysis throughout this whole podcast. It's been a wild ride. Host. You said it, partner. From diving deep into the world of sports to sharing incredible stories of perseverance and dedication, we've left it all on the field in every single episode. Co-host. That's right. We've covered everything from the thrill of victory to the agony of defeat. We've celebrated the underdogs and marveled at the champions. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, but we wouldn't have it any other way. Host. We want to take a moment to thank all our amazing listeners who have been with us since day one. Your support and enthusiasm have been the wind beneath our wings, propelling us forward and inspiring us to bring our A-game every single time. Co-host. Your passion for sports and your unwavering dedication to the game is what fuels us, folks. We couldn't ask for a better fan base. Host. And speaking of fans, remember to follow us on social media to stay in the loop about all things sports. Connect with us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at 4-Year Starter. We'll be sharing behind-the-scenes footage, exclusive interviews, and keeping you up to date with all the sports news you need to know. Co-host. That's right, folks. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow as we gear up for another exciting episode. We'll be diving into some thrilling matchups, discussing the latest trades and signings, and of course delivering our signature analysis with a side of sportsmanship. Host. So grab your jerseys, lace up your sneakers, and get ready to hit the field alongside us because we're just getting started. Until next time, remember to play hard, cheer louder, and always be a 4-year starter. Upbeat music fades out.